dear. Oh dear. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a PvZ between HelloKitty and Regret. We press the play button and away we go. I said Regret, but this is no Regret. Oh dear. Okay, so this is a grandmaster level match. HelloKitty is sitting at I can't remember actually. I think he's in the top 80. He's in the top 80 grandmaster for sure. I think he was like 32 or 16 or something like that. He posts around the Team Liquid forums and the StarCraft Blizzard forums, so if you ever check those out, you might stumble across HelloKitty, of course, in the Protoss discussion section. If I'm not mistaken, he's playing out of Texas. Texas? I think that's what he said. And, you know, I was so anxious to catch this game. I cast this game. I forgot to check before I cast it and double check the information, but that's okay. I'm just gonna jump right into this. We got the blue Zerg down here. This is Daybreak. I called it Cloud Kingdom last time I cast it, but it's Daybreak, right? Yeah. You don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. So yeah, No Regret is also, I believe, Grandmaster, and we got Funky Wise. Hopefully he doesn't call me again. That would be a funny interruption. We'll get Funky Wise in on the next cast. Join me in the next cast. BRB, what's up? Alright, so flying through this, we've got HelloKitty taking that Forge Fast Expand, that really basic Protoss build that we see every single Protoss do against every single Zerg. And one of the biggest things that Protoss are looking for when they scout is that pool timing. Me especially, I love to go Nexus first, and if I see that that pool's not going down, then I'm grabbing that Nexus first. I usually just chrono the shit out of my probes at the start, and I get to 17 probes. Like right now, I'd be dropping my Nexus, and I feel like it would have been safe for HelloKitty to do the same. Instead of that Forge, drop that Nexus, get the Forge after, you can still get that cannon up on time. We do have a single drone sitting right here, and oftentimes we see Zerg get an in-base hatchery, and I'd be curious to see if that's what we're going to see here from the Zerg player. We've got no scouting of that from HelloKitty, and this drone's still sitting here just doing nothing. And a big sign to HelloKitty is the fact that this pylon is not going down. HelloKitty has to know that something's coming his way. Like, there's no lings. This pool is done. Speed is on the way. There's no lings. There's a queen. Here's some lings coming out, and we will see that drone a little bit hacking away at that. And there it is. There's the hatchery for No Regret. So I don't know. Is HelloKitty gonna make No Regret this decision? We're just gonna have to wait and see. But we do have that cannon up. A little bit of an interesting wall here. Actually, the cannon is part of the wall, and I don't know if I agree with that. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he is Grandmaster. I'm of course not. I can't judge until we see how it goes. There's a single probe hiding in the corner. No, don't move it now! Oh, it was safe! It was so safe! And I feel like Speed's gonna... No, that probe might get away. Who knows? We'll see. He's got minerals in his hand. He does what I do. He does what I do. Of course, you have to scout with the probe that has minerals in his mouth. It's just... I watched an episode of X-Files where this guy was like murdering people and taking their organs out from the inside without breaking the skin, and it's because he had some like creepy thing inside his chest, and it really looked like that. It really looked like that Zerg unit right there, and that totally looks like the Defiler, does it not? Anyway, we will see the hatchery complete now, and that's a scary thing for HelloKitty. And No Regret sitting outside his base with a bunch of lings. He's going to be inside his base with a bunch of lings. That queen is starting now. It was supply blocked. Supply blocked again. How did he end up supply blocked? Oh, he must have extractor tricked. We do see a huge force of lings coming in here. This Zealot, this is the worst day of his life, and a ling actually does get through. Focus fire down by the cannon, and a pylon goes down to block the space. HelloKitty holding off with this cannon. Actually, it's interesting how that wedge works. It baits the lings into the space to try and kill the cannon, but most of them can't make contact. Finally spotting this because of the spreading creep, and that creep is so dangerous in your own base. He's actually, I don't understand why he's pulling his probes like this. I don't understand why that was necessary. I feel like a better response would have been to set up cannons or something. Actually going to lose a lot of probes engaging this base here. And I feel like this could have been handled so much better. It does catch you with your frickin' pants down though, and I don't think HelloKitty was ready for this even a little bit. Gonna actually try to DPS down a hatchery, and I don't understand that either. Gonna lose almost all his probes here, just trying to deal with some lings. But yeah, I think mostly just trying to stop him from scouting this Stargate. That could be why he dove all his probes at the lings. He really does not want him to see the Stargate. As soon as that Void Ray's out, I think he's going to be in pretty good shape. And, you know, taking a look at the Zerg, he's not really planning for this to go into a late game at all. He's got this lead. He could take an expansion, could pop out another queen, could get ready for the late game and secure his lead, but he's just ramming himself into HelloKitty. Looks completely desperate to end this game before it starts. No, I feel like this probe should have dropped anything, but letting all these lings in, getting right into the mineral line. These Zerglings are being assholes. Oh my god. And this hatchery is going to continue to cause problems. That cannon does go down, and HelloKitty really needs to fill this wedge, or there'll be more lings in his base very shortly. Gonna try to kill this queen, but as you can see, queens are pretty freaking good against Void Rays. And the charge does start up. But more lings on the way, and these lings going to run down the ramp, going to try to stop him from getting more cannons up, and going to succeed, I think. More lings coming in from the south. Got to cancel that cannon. Is he going to cancel the cannon? I can't tell if it got canceled or not. I don't think it did. And the Zealots and the Void Rays combined are going to try to take down this base. Another queen on the way, and the Void Ray will not be able to kill that by itself. The queen does come out. One Overlord goes down. The Void Ray is charged, so it might be able to take this queen down before it dies. Will we see the queen go down or the Void Ray go down? The queen goes down. The Void Ray at 1 HP! And oh my god, holding on by the hairs on his ass. HelloKitty is trying to hold this off, but the Stargate goes down, and that's a huge deal. We are going to see another one go up here. And the ling's going to come in here and actually spot that, I think. Depends on whether they try to attack it or not. There are cannons in the line, so how much success they'll get from that, I can't really say. A single Zealot going to fill the wedge here as those lings try to leave and realize that there's no way out. The Void Ray is going to DPS some more lings down. Another queen here for the Zerg player. That's so frustrating. The Protoss player is just struggling to survive, and this Zerg player just relentlessly putting on pressure. That Void Ray cannot engage that queen. It will not survive. Focusing down the Nexus here, and that's a big deal. Even though he's not harvesting from it, he is going to be needing it for the chrono boost, and doesn't even get a force field out of. Oh, he did force field there for some reason. The queen walking around the long way to try and engage this Void Ray. And the queen regenerating health as well as the Void Ray regenerating shield. Here's the second Void Ray on its way out of that Stargate. So will we see HelloKitty pull himself back into this game with 2 Void Rays? Once again, I feel like the Zerg player really needs to take that second, really needs to try and plan to come out of this, because the Protoss player is on 1 base. Well, he's on 2 bases, but he's only got mining off on 1 base. He's got almost no gateways. He's got 2 gateways. He's got a Stargate. I feel like if the Zerg transitioned, he'd be in a good lead. And he needed to do that a long time ago. And these Void Rays, man. These Void Rays. Holding him in this game. Probe's going to hold off a bunch of lings as well as the cannons in that middle line. And, oh, can he get those down? His Nexus, man. His Nexus. His Nexus. Oh! The Nexus sitting at 8 health. 8 freaking health. And he's not plugging the hole. Ling's gonna come in and be able to snipe that Nexus. Why didn't he plug the hole? Oh my gosh. So he is gonna get a force field down and block those Lings from getting up into the high ground. But it looks like that sentry could go down. There were some Lings on the inside of the force field. That first force field is gonna drop here. There are some Zealots here. He will lose that sentry. Oh my god, loses a sentry, loses 2 sentry, loses 3 sentry. Oh, Jesus. So he will get this hatch down, though, which is nice. And finally, we see that Zerg taking this second base. No regret. Sitting outside. not regretting a thing. A bunch of lings running around the inside. And do we have no upgrades coming for the Zealot. This lonely Zealot stands here and takes on 3 motherfucking Zerglings, bitch! So, still not plugging the hole, because hole plugging is for rich people. And, oh my god. Why? Why did you let those lings in? This is your own goddamn fault. So, HelloKitty going to finally plug the hole with some Zealots. He may actually lose one of those Zealots. Nope, he's fine. Okay. And look at this, still gonna try to ram a bunch of lings into his face, realizing that the Void Rays are right here at his base, but he does have double queen as well as a Spore Crawler that he can very quickly move if needed. Now 3 Void Rays, and one of them softened up pretty bad. That's the one that's sitting at 1 HP. These lings not going to make it into the base because of that force field. And good play by HelloKitty. Gonna try to focus down this hatchery. Here come the queens to defend. There's no connecting the bases, so if he wanted to... Oh, he loses that Void Ray! 3 queens DPSing down, and a transfuse goes down on one of the queens. And these lings coming back for more. 1 sentry caught on the outside of the force field, and he's gonna die because the lings get there just in time. Managed to snipe a sentry. So frustrating for HelloKitty. And the Zerg player gonna hold this off with 3 queens once again. These the Void Rays can't do anything. There is a single Phoenix that will be for lifting up queens, I imagine. It can neutralize the DPS from those queens for as long as it's lifted up, right? And these Void Rays will come, hopefully spot this Overlord. That's what HelloKitty needs. And on No Regrets side, he really shouldn't be, you know, rallying these Overlords to the main, to HelloKitty's base. He's still got that rally set there. He's still trying to attack with lings. No Regret finally taking his 3rd, and I don't think that's what he needs. Hopefully, here, for his sake, the 3rd is not spotted, and HelloKitty doesn't gain the balls to push out anytime soon. Looks like he's getting weapons 1. He's got 1, 2, 3. Looks like he is gearing up for a push. He's not trying to take an expansion. He's just dropping gates, getting that weapons 1. And a Twilight Council out as well. And we are seeing No Regret trying to saturate here. And almost mined out at the main. We're getting a Roach Warren. And I don't know if roaches are the right choice. But we'll see. I feel like it feels like this game is kind of like starting at ground zero, because neither player really have much. The Zerg player is not sitting on much tech. He's not going to be saturated at his 3rd, and these Void Rays just going to cross the map with a few units. That weapons 1 though, when it finishes, I think will be the deciding factor. HelloKitty, easy, a little bit of BM, but it's okay. Is it? I don't know. You guys decide. And we'll cross the map with these 2 Void Rays, with the Zealots, with a single Phoenix. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. There's a lot of links here. He does have the force field. He does have the weapons 1. Zealots are pretty decent against lings, and you know, lings not so decent against Void Rays. So we'll see. Those queens are going to make a big difference. There's 4 queens here, pulling those Void Rays back. Beautiful force field to try and defend his sentry, try and defend his Zealots. His Zealots don't know what to attack though, as they couldn't reach melee combat with anything. And the sentry with that weapons 1 are going to try to focus down the queens. The Phoenix here picking them up and neutralizing their DPS. The Zealots getting on top of them over on the ground. That was a big deal. And these Zealots and Sentry going to get in melee range for roaches. And Void Ray is going to easily slaughter those roaches as well. And managing to kill those Overlords. Oh my. Waiting for that second wave of roaches. They do kind of move command onto the army for HelloKitty though. And being able to focus down those roaches as well as getting over the supply blocking. No Regret. He's in a bad situation here. Some more roaches coming out. But once again, these are Void Rays. He's got nothing he can kill them with. A bunch of Stalkers coming in, and it's a good transition, seeing as how he's dealing with these roaches, and going to actually kind of micro against these roaches. He has Blink done, and as soon as No Regret sees the Blink, he GG's out of this game. This game goes to HelloKitty, ladies and gentlemen, your Protoss Grandmaster of the day. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. If you guys are watching this live, don't panic. I'm going to take down the live stream to set up the next replay, and then I'll load it up again, and you guys can say hello. I'll see you guys in a second.